Hello and welcome to a new game in my one-dan series. This time I am playing a one-dan as white. Let's see what happens. He starts off with a slightly unusual move, so let's see what happens. Maybe he will just enclose and go into... He did not enclose and go into orthodox, but he played a very influential move, right? Now what is important? This move on the bottom, f3, is not very urgent, since c6 is still open and easy. Therefore, I might want to consider just plain extension on the top, since e17 aims at the top, and if I go into d16 there will be a wall, so I will want to negate that wall by playing k17 myself. So now probably, yep, black will go into the corner, and now d11 is slightly misplaced. You actually want d11 to be at d10, so he started the orthodox opening and then misplaced one move. Now I would like to go into just the simple Chinese variation. However, then black will play, for example, f3, and I will probably need to invade, right? Let's go into the Chinese mode and play r9. It's been a very long time that I have played a Chinese framework, and now I'm playing it even as white. So probably, or this one. Now f3 is hard and c6 is easy since there's a two-space extension, and c6 is sente. So here I will be kicked, and I'm already pincered. That's why now I take the easy path and abuse the fact that d11 interesting. I am pincered. Could go into the corner and take my sente and solidify maybe this one. Can change directions. If I change directions, then I will want to attack k3. Let's try that. So by putting pressure on k3, I want to solidify my Chinese framework. Could go for more influence. And what happens here, I do not know yet. If I Atari and honey, let's try this one. So this is a variation I most certainly have never played before. He will probably capture, he will not capture. then I still can extend. And attack, or put pressure rather on K3. Meanwhile, slightly expanding my Chinese framework. So that is basically exactly what I wanted. Create influence. Create very beautiful influence. Yep. This is a move that I do not want to care about, but I think I will. And Black realizes that this influence is entirely too much and starts reducing. I could honey from the top, which I will. To create more influence again. Some nice territory, and Black is still now I kinda want to go for either even more influence, but then Black will come into S15, or try some sort of solidification, which I like. I have a wall and I have an extension from the wall. I have a nice corner additionally. Black has a weak stone in the middle of my influence. And right now he completely destroys, or I don't know whether completely or not, but he kinda destroys his let's see, the letter goes to... Oh, that is in... He will capture that one. I so would like to cut here, but I think I can't. So I will pull back. And I will continue enclosing Black's eyeless group. Okay, right now it has one eye. And at the same time reducing the influence on the left for black. Yeah, what to do now? I still kind of want to attack those stones, since they are eyeless as well. Double honey to separate the two groups. But I kinda think black is connected. But hey, I secured some neat, a neat chunk of territory on the right. And there's still a cut. It seems to me that he likes this attachment move. Oh, that may have been wrong. I'm giving him a free peep here, which I don't like, so I have to come back. Now the only weak group on the board belongs to me. Or weakish. Still I can make some territory in the corner, I think, by... He plays endgame, but is it time for endgame right now? I think yes. Oh, this is a nice endgame move. And here I played this one, so I can... Wait, actually I wanted to go into this variation, but I can't. So what can I do here instead? I do not like O17 for black since it stresses some weak points of my stones. I think I want to create some more influence here, just to start something on the left. And I think something can be started by an attachment. Extend honey. I will face a double honey, right? Can honey myself. Yeah, this is hard. If my group can live on the left, since my opponent has chosen the most aggressive variation, let's see. Let's see whether we can live on the left. Then black has no territory if I'm living on the left. So my goal is to abuse those cuts. So how do I abuse those cuts or live? First, if I descend, then my opponent will cut here. If I Atari and he captures and I connect, then he Ataris, then all my Agi is gone. So I will need to protect first, before even considering the cut. So right now I have a pretty much dead group and need to so first make sure that my group is dead, right? Yeah, just the one eye. So then I will want to first make sure that I have liberties, and then I will want to attach at E16. So if I cut here right now, my opponent will just capture the one stone. I can cut again. So I will need first to see whether I can use Agi to cut at E11, which was my goal all along. And here comes the cut. E16 helps my E14 stone. So this was basically what I planned, and now we'll see whether my plan was good or really, really bad. Also, I think h5 is Sente for white at any point. Yeah, here I need to break free first. And maybe this is enough. If I extend, then this one is the ladder that captures black. So maybe this is enough. I extend, so he will need to block this way. I still can honey. I extend, he blocks. Atari, he connects. The ladder does not work. So let's first play a Senti move and still consider a little. If I cut, I will be Atari'd. And then if I capture the one stone, it does not change the situation. Yeah, he plays this one to break the ladder. And my Atari is not powerful enough. So I failed. I failed completely. I just got the one endgame move out of this, which is kinda small. So I think I will just play some forcing moves. and be happy with the result or not. All I got is this F17 and nothing more. And maybe those 6 points or so. My territory is poked at. And again with the territory poking. Yeah, all of this is endgame right now. I do not think that this is important. So there is a poke. I wanted to disconnect to be able to honey at G1. And here's down is the G1. Ooh, this is interesting. Now I can throw in, right? Never mind. So here is maybe the last big poke that exists on the board. I will get this one, so I do not need to connect my groups. And still still endgame, nothing happening around here. So I think the score is pretty set. So I got a couple of points in the center due to my sacrifice. But I hoped for something larger than that. Hoped for something larger indeed. So is there... maybe this one. Let's think about this one. Goes nowhere, so... here you will need to capture my 3 stones. However, this looks a little interesting. Just a little. Since it gets rid of his eyes, and then he'll have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's slightly interesting. This C18 followed by B17. But I think that I will not play it. right now. It goes nowhere. I took care of J15, so this is not an issue. This, on the other hand, I will connect. And this is Gote right now. So this again is interesting. Since Atari connects kill, I will need to protect at some point. And that's almost it. I will need to capture at some point. Also connect. And I'm still wondering what happens here. But yeah, I think he can kill me in the corner and at the same time yeah. So is this it? I think it is. So those are killed and those are killed and this as well. And black wins by 3 points. I have to say thank you. And we somewhere I have seen a review feature. Here's a start a review. Type last game maybe. Hey, this works. So yeah, this is an unusual opening. Aims at territory on the top. And now it does not aim at the territory on top anymore, but black is all about influence. Myself, I do not like coordinates. I do not like D11 since it still allows for C6 and is not that useful compared to a move like D10. Here, probably this is black's plan, and then expand massively. Might be. On the other hand, I see that d4 is still easy to approach from both sides, so since I have both of those options still free, why pick one now? I see that black develops influence, so I either just go inside before it is too hard, or I play from the outside. That's why I'm playing from the outside here. And now again, d11 is slightly misplaced. It needs to be at d10 to be more effective. And currently, I have two options, this being one of them. What probably happens here is I will be pincered and can decide whether I change directions or go into the corner. If I go into the corner, we will see this variation. And yeah, black develops this influence. So I kinda am not that confident with this one. That's why I could change directions and either we start some fight or we will have this. This I again like for white. Black's potential on the left is destroyed, that's why black cannot play this, I think. Black will need to play something along those lines. But here again, huge wall plus a proper extension from it. No, I'm sorry. I'm not available. So here, this approach can lead to fights. I started my own one, my own Moyo, and fully expected k3 with the idea in mind, or this one, for example, also very usual. I myself would play f3 here, since k3 allows for an easy c6, and the pincer is kinda tight here as well, so this is an interesting variation. I'm very content with this position as white, so I like being white here very much. I'm building influence, and I mean a lot of influence, not just some influence. Here I am thinking maybe I can play away here and allow for something along those lines, and even a cut here. I don't care about the cut. All this influence is more than enough. But, well, I just answered. And black needs to invade my influence now, and I have so much of it that I can go ahead and right now do whatever I want. So here I'm still very confident as white. And here I would love to, you know, honey, and start a huge fight here. But on the other hand, if black fights back and if I somehow lose this fight, then I lose the game immediately. That's why I pull back and just play simply here. This variation was a bad one for white since black connected, I think. From here we have some endgame. Yeah, I made some points in the center with my C11 move, but maybe I needed something else. Well, probably this one and this one. Yeah, this is maybe more peaceful here. So I started a very deep invasion, but I wanted to exploit that he has a 2-space extension here, a large knight here. The corner is still maybe invadable if I get some RG around this area. Is here something? Maybe not. Maybe not. I bet there is something for white here at some point. Since here's the cut, and I already have the one stone with some reinforcement, and here's the cut that leads the ladder to my stone, so I was thinking there is something here. And if I play this move right now, it won't work, right? Just the same old variation, but black captures my stones. So I was, for a moment, thinking about this variation, and then probably extend, so this is not a good one. I suppose, at least. Probably we will see something like this, and now black is fine and connected. White got no points, so I did not want this one. Therefore, the extension, but again... Ah, now black cannot honey, right? I misread the inability to honey, but black does not need to honey and can just come back and kill. So again, no point in playing that variation. So here, if I think if I play this differently, then I would have got those 3.5 points. But now, if I play the throw-in first, then black is alive. So I need the honey and the throw-in. So I just play the honey to use my new influence that I will obtain. And obtaining influence, got a couple of points. Yeah, but this left side, that was my mistake, I think, in the game. Yeah, and that's it. So, thank you for watching, and see you next time.